All right, and we're live. Okay, team. Man, there's so much to talk about. Do you know that I don't get to a tenth of what I have to say every day? There's so many things going on. I try to stay focused here on real estate, home loans, finance. These are the things people talk to me about. Things people know me for from back in the days of the radio show. Blackstone, there was a question yesterday about that, so we're going to talk about that today. We have answers. We have answers that weren't hard to find either. Very, very interesting stuff. I'm going to look at sort of the bullish case for mortgage rates. We'll look at the charts here in just a second. Also, I'm a little concerned about how some of it is lining up. I'm going to share the video here real quick. And shout out to my friends on Facebook who hooked us up today and got us over the 7,000 subscriber mark. You know, it is so much harder to build an audience on YouTube than people realize. It takes years and years and years, but this from 6,000 to 7,000, I feel like it's been 2 years. It's been forever. So thanks for the push to all my friends on Facebook who subscribed to the channel today. All right. So let's jump in there. Okay, Derrick Evans, VA Home Loan Specialist, NMLS 155010, here to help you with your home loan needs. Love this guy. All right, call and text, email me if you have questions. I gotta put this up real quick. Evan Montez is hilarious. He said, "All right, I turned off Pandora. Today's country hits while I work. Let's go." That's terrific. What's up, Kim? How are you doing? All right, so guys, here's where we're at. We're gonna take a quick look at mortgage rates. I'm gonna show you what's going on with BlackRock, and it'll give you some encouragement. There's a couple of things in here too that I'll confirm for you today. And we're going to look at some homes. We're going to look at a house. I want us to just jump in, pretend that we're buying a home in San Diego, trying to buy a detached house. What are we looking at? What are we seeing? What's out there? So we're going to just have a little bit of fun today. We're going to go right to the charts here. This is mortgage bonds. Remember, we want these to be going higher. They've been going lower. Lower mortgage bond prices means higher interest rates. We want to see this current trend continue, as you can see here. We're sort of boxing in a little bit. Now, that isn't what is concerning about this. What's bullish to me about this is that you're seeing, okay, we have a trend running higher. We broke down, on the Fed when the Fed spoke on this day right here. That wasn't fun. That was Wednesday last week. But since then, the action has been really bullish. Now, the reason why I'm a little concerned today, and the reason why I continue to reiterate, if you're in purchase situation, to go ahead and lock. There's a lot of headwinds up here. Look, you got 3 major moving averages for resistance just above, and 3 of them. So getting through that's going to be difficult. Now, if you're in refinance, you can wait and see, hey, if we break through that, yeah, sky's the limit maybe. But if you're in a purchase, lock and float down. If we do happen to pop through there really quickly, just float down. So right now, what's concerning about this is kind of a perfect setup. If I were day trading this chart, okay, I have a double top right here. I have a double top right here, which makes me bearish, right? This is one of the reasons why you saw this move here, and then it opened the floodgates for this move. But also we have a continuation. So the trend right now is lower, and the continuation, what tends to happen with these, see this old support right here? And you could call it right here. You could maybe move this down just a little bit and say, okay, maybe actually it's right here. This old support becomes resistance and a continuation, meaning, okay, we busted through that support, and you see we busted through that support with this big candle. Now we're starting to return to it. So now we're up to this level, right? And so if we go up a little bit higher where we're actually in line with where the support was, that's the perfect time for a continuation. Go up, touch that, and then head lower. So I've really marked up the heck out of this thing. But bottom line is, I'll just show you, I'll make it a little bit more clear. This is mbshighway.com, by the way. You can subscribe if you want to get this information from Barry Abib. It's really, really helpful. So this line right here was our former support line, and that can become a new resistance line if the continuation of this downward trend is going to take place. So we could go up and touch this and turn right around and head back lower, and that would be perfectly normal. This is actually a pretty safe trade if you're trading this chart, to go ahead and put a sell order in here and have a pretty tight stop, but also have a lot of room for your target. So that very well may be happening. I don't know what's going on with the mortgage bond traders. They have too much kick. I can't get inside information from those guys. But that's the only thing that concerns me. Is there a continuation trade going on there? We'll see. Someone asked yesterday, what was it? was Robert, I believe, who asked this yesterday. But is Blackstone buying in San Diego? And, I didn't know. So I had to go look it up. But I said, maybe not, because price is a little bit higher here. You can't quite get the same margins in rent as you can with, as you can in the Midwest or someplace like that, where you can get like 12% ROI on your investment rentals. But look, here it is. Blackstone Group to buy 66 apartment complexes, not 66 units, 66 apartment complexes for more than $1 billion. $1 billion to make you holla. And by the way, they have a $325 billion portfolio. They bought 17,000 detached homes from that company. Oh, I can't remember the name of it now. Home Affordable America or something like that. And 17,000 detached homes. I don't know how many units this is here, but this is actually back in May. So someone who is on YouTube, a P1 on YouTube actually sent it to me like, hey, check this out. Oh, here it is, 5,800 units. How did I miss that? 5,800 doors for $1 billion. So let's do the math, guys. So 58. So let's do $1 billion. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, divided by 5,800. How much are they paying per door? 172 grand. Goodness gracious, what a steal! Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Wow. 66 apartments. See, all you need is $1 billion in cash and you can get great deals on real estate. So Blackstone Group, trillions of dollars under management, buying homes and doors all over the place. They have basically set the trend that, real estate is a place where institutional investors can live and be happy, especially in a hyperinflationary environment. They are really setting the stage, and they apparently have been at this for a while with the portfolio up to $325 billion. Here's something I wanted to show you, because I told a story about how my buddy sold his car for more than what he had bought it for. Some people reached out and were like, that sounds like a one-off. You probably shouldn't talk about stuff like that and say it's a trend. Okay, Google this today. Just Google like this or some version of this wording right here. Some used vehicles are now costing more than when they were new. And you can get the data and you can see it for yourself. This is happening all over the place. So if you want any confirmation about, what's going on with inflation, I mean, we all know, everybody knows, a car is deflationary. You buy the car. In fact, they tell you from the time you're a kid, as soon as you drive it off the lot, you lose 10% or whatever. Everyone knows cars go down in value. Not right now. How could that be possible? Only one way. It's only one way. It's significant inflation. Because think about that. You not only have to make up the deficit of the depreciation in the vehicle with this inflation, but then beyond that. So they give an example. Someone who bought a car for 29 grand and sold it for 33 2 years later. And that car probably should have been, with miles on it, should have probably been like 20. Because remember, cars go down a lot, especially a brand new car. But they're also talking about used cars here. So some used vehicles, so costing more than when they were new. That's happening. But they're also talking about used cars people bought like, a couple of years after. Those also going up in value. How crazy is that? So pretty interesting stuff. Let's take a look at the markets today. And so that's not an I told you so. That's just hey, I want to validate what I'm saying. Sometimes I give you stories or I tell you my opinions. The validation may come later. Typically, I'm ahead of that curve. Sometimes I'm wrong too. Oil at 73. It's kind of hanging out there. U.S. markets today were pretty flat. NASDAQ looks like it made a new all-time high today, which is pretty interesting. The VIX is getting low. Crypto, Bitcoin in the green today, up to 33 grand again. Crypto is just going to do what it's going to do. If you're going to buy crypto, my suggestion is really look at it once a day. Look at it once a day when I show it to you, and then don't worry about it. Outside of that, just best thing you can do is just dollar cost average. Buy it every week. Buy a small amount, $50, $100, $500, however much you want. Buy it every week, whether you want to buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, whatever. Buy it every week, small amounts. Let it accumulate. Don't worry about the price. Okay, just wait a decade and see where that thing's going to be. Okay, let's look at some real estate. You guys want to have some fun? Let's have some freaking fun. So I like to do this for two reasons on a regular basis. I want to look at real estate. Well, three reasons if you consider the investment aspects of it. You know, the thing that has cost me the most money as a real estate investor is not buying houses because I didn't like them personally. I can't tell you how many times I've had the opportunity to buy a house in San Diego or buy some real estate in San Diego. I haven't because I didn't personally like the property. Like, oh, well, it's too small of a living room. You don't have to live there, bro. It's, you know what I mean? That has been the biggest mistake that I've made. So for investors out there who want to learn something today, try not to look at it like it's a house that you are going to live in. Try to look at it like it's an investment. Someone else is going to buy it and live in it. So what I like to do here is I like to look at detached because everyone wants detached. Now, if you look at the attached, there's a lot more options. There's a lot less competition on attached. It can be a great option for people who are especially in the 500s, trying to buy in the 500s. Look at attached. You have a way better chance of getting into something. You have to consider Mellorues and HOAs and all that stuff, but there's a lot less competition there, just FYI. But I like to look at attached or detached, 3-bed, 2-bath. I don't care about size. I don't filter anything else out. And now we're looking up to 750. Now, back in the day, I used to do the search at 600 or 550. And back in the day, meaning last year or the year before that, now I pump it up to 750. Mind you, when we look at these list prices, this is not necessarily what they're going to sell for. Some of these are priced well below where they're going to sell. Some of them are more aggressively priced in the area that they might sell for. If you see one that says hot home, promise you that is going to sell for more than the list price. So that's one of the great things about Redfin. They give you, and there's many great things about this website for looking at homes, but they give you that little hot ticker. See that little orange hot guy? That shows you, and whenever you look at just this zoomed out sheet like this and you see lots of orange, and orange is only represented by those hot numbers, those little, what would you call that? Like a sticker, the little hot sticker. Then you know the market is really moving. It's a great way to be able to see the market really moving. And what do we got over here, by the way? This is a coming soon. Let's just go right to this one. How about that? Nice photos. Coming soon in San Marcos for $690. And I tell you what, this is going to go quick. $690, 1,500 square feet. Beautiful looking house. I go through these pictures really. Oh man, look at this backyard. Whatever. Oh yeah, this is going to sell for more than $690 team. And so for something like this, you see a house like this, it was not listed as a hot home. Why? It's a coming soon. I don't think they list them as hot when it's coming soon. So you can apparently start the process of making an offer. At least that's what it says right here with the click. I love the setup too. Actually, the vaulted ceilings is really nice. It seems to be completely redone, but doesn't appear to be a flip. Just a really well cared for home with an awesome backyard and vaulted ceilings. Yeah, I think this one's going to go. So when you look at a house like this, $690, okay, it's probably going to be a hot home. In fact, I guarantee it'll be a hot home. In San Marcos, probably going to go for $750. You know, it's probably going to get up to $750. I bet you the initial offers will be in the low 700s. A bunch of people will be there. They'll counter, they'll probably multiple counter, and you'll end up in the mid 700s. So that's where you what you have to expect now. You know, you can't buy these houses for $5 something anymore. You just can't. Who's got this listing? Corey Murphy. I know Corey. Great listing, Corey. Really, really nice. So got derailed there. Just that one just caught my eye. It's a great photo. You know, if you have kids, you want to have a backyard. It's got some grass area for some play stuff. It also had a trampoline there. Really cool. All right. So then one of the things that is, I think, a great way to get a look at some of these different properties is to bounce around on some of the hot homes in certain areas and then look at some of the ones that aren't hot too. Because I will tell you one thing, people will gravitate to the hot homes because of those little flags. And sometimes they miss one. Like maybe they missed this one here that we just looked at, Corey's listing. Maybe they missed that one. Maybe it should say hot, even though it's coming soon. You know, I'm not sure. Now the Redfin listings will typically stick out. This one shows you says hot right here, but it doesn't list it as hot up here. This one is in Santee. Let's take a quick look here. This one, Jeff Nix. Oh yeah, big Redfin agent. Santee, what are we working with? Let's take a look at the house first, and then we'll look at, they got the 3D walkthrough here. Kind of the lower ceiling setup, 50s, 60s style. I'm a big fan of the vaulted ceilings personally. This is kind of a cool setup though. Cool room. All right. It's got some updates. Covered porch. Interesting setup with the backyard as far as the neighbors are concerned. This one's listed at $629 in Santee. So I imagine that is going, now it shows up, hot home. I imagine that one is going to get a number of offers as well. You're just at that price point, there just really isn't much to choose from. What's really interesting to me about buyers right now also is that buyers, I'm talking to buyers and like, yeah, we're looking at a home in Chula Vista and then we're looking at one in Escondido. And so like buyers are really, it's not as much location. It's much more about the home itself right now. It seems like normally people have a very specific location they want to be in and they'll sacrifice for that. Right now, it seems like people are sacrificing less on the home and more on location, which is an interesting trend to notice. Okay, let's get a couple more here. So I do like to look in the Oceanside. So what we're going to do is we're going to look in Oceanside with San Diego proper, and then I want to look in this pocket right here. Yeah, right. What is that guy right there sticking out? Mesa. See, now sometimes you get lucky. We have our parameter set, at 750, and this one house right here is just sticking out. Like, hey, this is over near Kearney Mesa. What is this? What is this house? 92111. Is that the one? Yeah. Hot home, 750. It's the only house over there that's even listed for this price range. So you can kind of tell just immediately, based on what's on the market, that this is a gem. Like it's a hidden gem. It's, there's literally no competition for whoever's selling this house. It appears to be right next to a school too. I mean, literally right next to a school on kind of a quiet street, assuming the kids aren't getting picked up over there. We know it's a 3-2 because I did the search for 3-2. Yeah, so this is just kind of one of those 50s style homes. Kitchen could probably be improved upon. Decent yard, right next to a school, right in north central, so what I would call north central San Diego. So like Serra Mesa and like this area right here, Kearney Mesa, Serra Mesa, Mission Valley. Like this area is really, really a sweet spot for me. I really like this area a lot. And there are homes there that pop up. There's just not that many. And when they do, they're definitely sought after. Let's see what Evan has to say here. What you got going on, Evan? Stay away from my Hemet. I'm trying to be the Blackstone of the Inland Empire. Well, good luck, sir. Good luck. Good luck to you there. You definitely can get good rents there too. So, oops, zoomed out too far. All right, we're going to zoom in here. Let's go down to Chula. Let's see what's cracking here. One of the things that's always been interesting to me about Chula Vista, and this trend is reversing here now, you get down to Imperial Beach and stuff. These homes over here, which we would call like Old Chula, right, like West Chula, are a lot of times, much cheaper than the homes that are in the East Lake area. So it's the only area in all of San Diego where it's cheaper to be west. And that's why I like some of this West Chula stuff. It looks like they're gobbling it up now, though. There's nothing there on the west side, it looks like. Here's one. So here's a West Chula Vista home. Let's take a look at it. This is not a hot home. $649. Let's give the listing agent some credit here. Danielle Bergen. I do know her as well. She's been on one of the shows. $649 is what they're asking. It's a 4-bedroom, 2,100 square feet. So keep that in mind. A lot of these are like half the size of this home. Older style home. Looks like there might actually be a basement here. Cool yard. Fireplace. Okay, so this is a fixer. This is just a fixer for $649 down there. And I think that they're going to get a lot of offers, to be honest with you. I don't know if they'll get $649 or not. Who knows? But this looks like to be a cosmetic fixer with some decent views. West Chula. Decent yard. Everything's just kind of dated in there. So that just gives you a feel for that particular area. Let's move on and let's look at a comparison property. Here's one also 650, also West Chula. This one's a little closer to the main, like downtown Chula Vista area, which also, by the way, is growing and looking amazing. If you haven't been down there in a while, I would definitely go check it out. Breweries, restaurants. Is the website failing me? Probably not. It's probably my internet. Now this one, okay, so this one's 650. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It's smaller, 75% smaller. Same listing price, $649. But this one looks to be a flip. It looks like it's completely done. Dialed in landscaping, fence, yeah, new floors. Yeah, it's got new everything. So that gives you an idea of the range there and what's possible. And this is why looking at homes is so challenging for some people, because you really can see a dichotomy like that with list price. List price doesn't mean anything. It's something that is, completely opinion oriented. And this one right here, to me, looks like a better deal. Just based on list price. We'll see where that gets you. And where is this going to end up selling? That's the big question. Yeah, 100% correct. Evan says, love West Chula, proximity to all South Bay development. Yep, you take the Tilly to Petco, drop your boat in the bay, 5 minutes from Pepper Park. I know what you meant. The Tilly, I thought that was like a cool name for the trolley. That I'm not cool enough to know. Now, one thing that's been really interesting, let's look at a hot home in Encanto. Encanto is one of those areas that, we were encouraging people on the show a long time ago, that, this is a place where if you can buy real estate just based on location, you look where it is, in San Diego, it's right there in the heart of it. Eventually it's going to work out. And that seems to be the case. Here's a house in Encanto for $699, and it's a hot home. Now, it also looks like maybe not be complete. Let's take a look. Okay, no, it's complete. Big kitchen area. It's a big home. But if I would have told you 700 in Encanto was a hot home 2 years ago, you'd have been like, shut up. And it looks like there's stuff here that still needs to be done. So this isn't even like complete. This is a hot house. Wow. That'll let you know where the market's at. Nice views, though. Big deck. So that's pretty interesting. So start to get a feel for some of these things. So now let's compare. So that's Encanto listed for $700. Let's look City Heights. It looks like I have a home favorited over here. So we're going to take a look at that one and see what it is. 92105. This is a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom. 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom, 1,300 square feet. This looks like a flip as well. Trying to give Jecka St. John. No Jecka well. Great agent. Probably a flip. But this one, looks really good. It's listed at 700. You're going to see multiple offers on this one for sure. Small in square footage, but having the 4 bedrooms is big, especially for a lot of people wanting to work from home. In these smaller homes, you just have to be more efficient with your space. You got to be smart about it, every inch of it. Like the windows too. It looks really good here. Yeah, so that gives you an idea. So that's 700. We just looked at 700 in Encanto. Here's 700 City Heights. Now, let's see what I have favorited over here. What is this? What did I favorite? I remember this guy. The Blue House. So check this out. So this is North Park, 92104. And 1,000 square foot, 3-bed, 2-bath with really good tasting colors. And it's listed for $675. It is not a hot home. So what's the deal? How could that be? Has the market missed this one? Like, what happened here? House is, it's 1,000 square foot, 3-bedroom house. That's what they look like. And you're in 92104. And it's not a hot home. I don't get it. Whose listing is this? Melissa Steele. Yeah, over Big Block. Yeah, this is a straight up North Park Craftsman, old school, 1924. Walkable score is 91 on this. I mean, I can't believe it. To me, like, as far as what we've seen so far, just value for value, dollar for dollar, smoking. That is smoking deal. So, guys, I mean, if you're looking for detached in North Park, I don't know what I don't know about that place, but that seems to be something that's really a special property there. Another thing too, La Mesa, while a lot of people have figured out that La Mesa is a great place to be and was deserving of higher prices, this is one of the areas I've been talking about forever, particularly Mount Helix. And I mean, if you have $1 million to $1.2 million and you want to get the best bang for your buck, I still think it's Mount Helix. Used to be, $700-800, you could go get crazy bang for your buck in Mount Helix, but that doesn't really exist anymore. It does a little bit, but not a ton. Here's one. I love the backyard here. This is in the Mesa. She shed out there. Nice, big, fenced-in yard. And this one was listed at $750. We'll look at the particulars again here in a second. We got to give credit to the listing agent too. I think that's only proper. So that's $754 to $1,647 on the square footage. Steve Price with Compass has this one listed. Yep. So that's La Mesa now. That's just kind of where La Mesa is at. That is not a hot home. There are a couple here for a little bit less over in La Mesa. Let's look at one for $715. Well, that's a great view. Look at that. Big window out to that view. Oh, this is one of those cool homes with they had to build a custom deck to get you to it. I love these. So awesome. I'll look at a couple more and then I got to run, but yeah, I know exactly where this is. So this one's listed for $715. Man, I got to tell you that. Am I losing my mind or is that a smoking deal? List price was lower $25K. Toured in person. Wesley Snap. Magdalena Pepeckhurst. It looks like they are running this listing. So list price was just lower $25K. Now, you might be thinking, that doesn't happen in this market. People are, getting in gunfights in the streets for properties in this market. You have no chance to find a deal in this market. How long have we been looking now? Less than 10 minutes? I mean, I've identified multiple, what I believe to be, at least on a surface level, great deals that need to be investigated. And this is one of them. This is Date Avenue. What is it that people don't like about this one? Is there something that we don't know? Does it smell? There's something you can't see from here. That's the only thing. Listen, if a property smells, 99.99% chance you can get rid of the smell. Okay, there's plenty of things you can do to do that. And if they're going to give it away over that, they said just load it at $25K. Take a look at those properties. Take a look at Date 4463 Date. Take a look at that. Now there was another one here that's really close. Let's see if I can click on it. That's one thing that for all the Redfin developers who watch the show, help me figure this out. When these things are stacked on top of each other, how do I get to there we go. Here's the Mesa. This one's also $749. So we looked at a previous one for $750 in the Mesa. Let's take a look at this one. This one seems to be a little bit more updated. Oh yeah, that's nice. Wow. Look at this. This is a great one. This is not listed as a hot home, by the way. So doesn't mean that it won't have multiple offers. We'll make that clear. But look at this. Open floor plan, vaulted ceilings, beautiful kitchen. Does not appear to be virtual staging. Open setup concept there. Everybody wants that completely updated. Man, this is nice. And there's no reason in the world why this shouldn't be a hot home. Yeah, it's under 1,200 square feet, but 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. Whose listing is this? Eric Yeitzen, Molly Paolo. Yep, big block. There's another one worth investigating. If they aren't getting multiple offers on that, if that thing is sitting for some reason, someone just needs to swoop up on that. The Mesa is a place where you're going to continue to see growth. Okay, that's one place where you can look at the prices right now and you can go, yep, I can understand why that will be $1 million at some point. Like, you can completely understand it. The walkability that they're building out over there, the proximity of the Mesa to everything, such a convenient location to be able to take the 125, boom, shoot into downtown, to over to the 94, 8 to the beaches. You know, you've got everything right there, just boom, but you're not necessarily coastal, so you're not paying those coastal prices. And Spring Valley, of course, just to the south, has blown up, and that is also helping. You know, so the push from College area, Allied Gardens, San Carlos, all these areas right here, which are prime spots. Notice now, we have our max set at 750. We have nothing coming up into here. Serra Mesa, even Mission Valley, detached. Kearney Mesa, we have this one that we looked at earlier. Nothing coming up in San Carlos. I've got one Allied Garden. This has got to be a fixer for $500K. Either that or this is someone who's just messing with us. The $1 listing. Could be that. $500K. If this is real, yeah, this is just a fixer. So they're just going to look for the best offer. But it's a fixer for $500K in a great area. Yeah, 92120. I don't care where you are in that zip, you're golden. So yeah, that one is showing up hot because it's 500K in this area, and there's nothing showing up in this area under 750. Nothing. And then another example, I had a chance to buy a house in San Carlos. Oh man, that's been a while. That was like 10 years ago for like $450. We were renting, the landlord said, I'll sell it to you for $450. And I thought she was crazy. In fact, I may have even said, you're crazy to her. And look now, there's nothing under 750, and that house had a pool. So, you know, it's just, you look back and all the real estate you could have bought, and these are the things that we'll be doing for the rest of our lives. All right, I want to look in one more with you, maybe a couple. I do want to check out Oceanside, and in the future, we'll look at more North County. I want to look at Temecula with Chula Vista, and Fallbrook and some of those areas. I do want to touch on some of those. We saw the one in San Marcos, which was a smoking deal. This coming soon deal right here, Corey Murphy's listing. That thing is a smoking deal. San Marcos, great value in San Marcos, by the way. It's south of Vista. It is just northwest of Escondido. Tremendous opportunities there. I want to look at Escondido too. We'll do that one entirely one day. Oceanside. Look at the prices in Oceanside. A lot of them beginning with 7s now. Remember when Oceanside was like 4s, 5s? I remember we did a win this listing for a couple there. I think they sold their house for 4 something. That wasn't that long ago. That was what, 3-4 years ago, maybe 5 tops. And they sold their house for 4 something. And you see a lot of 7s now. So, you know, we'll look at this 590 here. We can get it for 590 Oceanside. And this is not a hot home. And so that is something that's kind of a trigger for me. If I see one that looks well priced and it's not a hot home, I need to know why. What's going on? So, because this looks like a pretty quaint little spot. This is a detached house, team, that is in decent shape. And I believe the market has missed it. This should be the first photo, in my opinion. I believe the market has missed this one. Maybe it's a tad dated. Not much. Got a fenced-in yard here with plenty of possibilities. Actually, really big. They've got a lot going on there, but you can square that away. Yeah, team. I think we found another one. So how long have we been looking at real estate here? 15 minutes. And here's one, 590 in Oceanside, 3.2. Beautiful little house. Great condition. Wow. And I'm just sitting here talking about all these ones that start with a 7, but look at all the hot homes. Some of these are hot that start with a 7, 6s, 7s, high 6s, 7s. Another one for 599. Let's check this one out. Compare this one to the one we just looked at. This one's 599. Not nearly in as good a shape. Now, we don't know exactly where they'll sell, right? Where they're listed does not necessarily mean where they're going to sell. But it's the starting point. And I think that's, you know, when you're looking for homes, this is kind of where you have to start. So we'll call it a day on this. I didn't really have this organized. I just wanted to kind of show you. Oh, one thing I do want to talk about zooming out on this, and we're using the same criteria, so we have a correct comparison. Okay, we want to have a correct comparison when we're looking and kind of comparing data. I like to look at this. I want Oceanside to be the top of this because that's what we did last time. Remember, we did the same search criteria. 3-bed, 2-bath. So hard to do this. Goodness gracious, team. All right. Why is it giving me bad info? There's no way there's 2,800 homes. Could that be right? No way. No way there's 2,800 homes. The last time we did this search, there were 200 that met this criteria. 200. If this is right, now there's 2,800? I have to go double check that. I can't tell you that the inventory has increased 10x in a couple weeks. I can't do that without having to do some more. I have to double check that. But if that's true, that is massively good news for buyers. I'll be more organized with this in the future. We'll look at different areas of San Diego. We'll tour some of the different, if you're looking for a house in Escondido, you're looking at a house in San Marcos, Carlsbad, Oceanside, Encinitas, Del Mar, wherever. We'll look at real estate in these particular areas, and it'll be fun. So it'll be part of the videos that we'll do. We'll pick an area each day, and we'll just kind of look through and see what's going on with the real estate. I think just in our 15 minutes here of looking online, and by the way, we're at the front door here. This is not side door. This is not using your agent to, beat the bushes and try to find you a deal or get something coming soon before anyone knows about it. This is just looking at straight up what's on the MLS through Redfin. So, and I think we identified several deals. Don't just get caught up looking at the hot homes. Check the other ones as well. The other homes can be good deals. And that's where we found several today. All right, team. That's going to be it. I'm going to throw this up one more time in case you have questions about home loans. That's what I do. That's what I'm here for. Here to help. Call, text, shoot me an email. Get a rate quote. Show you what we can do. We are super aggressive on rates right now. Rates are good. And we have compressed margins like across the board just to make our rates smoking low. So if you have a question about rates, want to get a quote, give me a shout. Happy to help you out. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good day.